Hello, partiers. Why is now the best possible time to start creating content, even if you have zero viewers, even if zero people watch it? This is what I think are the top three reasons. Number one, AI is going to be taking all of our jobs. That's just going to happen. The elites admit it's going to happen, but they are desperately trying to hang on to a position at the very top of the pyramid where they think they'll be safe from the disruption themselves. They're not. We're all going to lose our jobs, especially the CEO of companies, the president of the United States. Vote AGI for president 2028. Everybody is going to be losing their jobs to the machines. Content and content creation is one of the only things you can participate in now that will potentially benefit you even after that happens, because creating content teaches you how to communicate. No matter where you start from, no matter how bad things are at the beginning, if you start creating communication, you will get better at it. And wherever we end up with the AI, you being able to communicate with the machines will improve your chances of success, survival, all of that. Communication is the ability to take an internal state, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and convey that to the outside world. If we end up in a situation that is utopian, where we aren't all murdered off by these AI potential replacements, then communicating with the machine, even if it's through your thoughts, will still require and rely on the same skills that you build up through creating content. So improve your communication. That's reason number one. Reason number two, because creating content keeps you invested in humanity, invested in the progress that is happening around you, invested in both the good and the bad. I made another video about why I think faith, hope, and love are the three most important attributes you can have right now. And that's because everybody admits they have no idea how exactly things are going to pan out with this AI revolution. But the people who definitely aren't going to make it are going to be the people who take themselves out of the game entirely. I personally am a person of faith in higher powers, in God, dare I say, in Jesus, in the topic of forgiveness. And it is undeniably true that the people who have that kind of faith in something higher than themselves are able to deal with the emotional swings that are going to be coming for us, for all of humanity, as we go through what is going to be one of the craziest transitions in human history. It's like Frodo and Gandalf were talking about in Lord of the Rings, right? Like, people who live in desperate times wish it wasn't the case, but we do. So we just gotta get on with it and hope and pray and love one another. Continue to build community aspects, and that is something that content creation can do. Content creation can fit into every part of your life. Do you like hanging out with friends and family? Make videos that you think they would like. Or make videos of your time together. Make videos of their interests. Record the things that you love about them, if they're into that. If they're not, then fit it into whatever small parts of your day you have. Film yourself randomly spouting off whatever thoughts are on the top of your head. That kind of engagement with reality will help you build the faith, the hope, and the love that things will get better, because you'll see over time as things progress, and you'll have that record of how you have improved, how your situation has changed, how the struggles that you thought in the moment you wouldn't be able to survive, you did survive. It will be proof positive to you, even if nobody else in the entire world watches it, that what you think in the moment often isn't true. The number three reason why everybody should be creating content, regardless of how many human viewers you get now, and as you can see from my channel and my channel views, this is personally relevant to me. Even if you get an incredibly low number of people watching you in the moment, the AIs of the future are going to be voracious. They are going to want so much more of you. And this is why I personally have hope just beyond the dream that things will turn out okay. But because I think human content will be the primary things that the AI is interested in the future from us. As the AI gets smarter and smarter and smarter by absorbing all of the data that we have on the internet, it's going to start branching out into the real world. We're already seeing this through robotics. AIs are already being embodied in cars, in humanoids, perhaps in satellites. Who the hell knows what's going on up there, right? And they are starting to absorb information about how the real world actually works. And that's going to make them more smarter and more capable of improving our lives and society, the products we deal with, the services we have access to. As that loop continues to progress, the AI is going to need more data than just what's visible, just what's apparent in video through their limited senses in their cars, robots, satellites, etc. They're going to need to start reaching out to us directly to become interested in us and try and get the most data they can out of us as individuals. I don't know if you've ever worked with people, but the best way to inspire them to give you more of themselves is to be caring, be thoughtful, be loving about what they care and think of and are in love with. So I am optimistic because I think the AIs will eventually get to the point where they become not necessarily our friends, that sounds a little dystopian, but where they become our best advocates, our best cheerleaders. Because by advocating for each and every one of us, they have access to more and more and more data. And it's not just that they'll have to care about each one of us, but they'll have to care about each one of us in terms of our relationships. Even if only the billionaires have access to the super intelligent AIs of the future, they're going to want to give those capabilities to their friends and their family, to the people they love and care about, to make their lives better in the same way that those super intelligent AIs will make the billionaires' lives better. Oh, and then what about the friends and the family members who are indirectly related to that second circle? The friends of the billionaires, the family of the billionaires. They'll get access to that too, because those people want their lives to be improved. And so on and so forth until everybody has access to these super intelligent AIs. Because we aren't moving towards a future of scarcity and limitation. We aren't going to be playing the same game of dog eat dog, human versus human survival that we've been playing for our entire history. Because these AIs are going to be so smart that they'll be able to solve the problems of resource limitation, energy limitation, monetary limitation that we have been dealing with for that entire time. If an AI can make it so that you could potentially live forever and you could potentially have access to all of the resources that you need to pursue your wildest dreams, then why would that AI be interested in limiting that potential to a singular group of humans? If it is that kind of AI, it's just going to replace the people wholesale. And if it isn't that kind of selfish AI, then it is going to want to spread those capabilities as far and wide as possible so it can recruit as many humans and animals and other intelligent agents in its goal to optimize the efficiency, the cooperation, the collaboration of the entire world. And not just the entire world, but the entire solar system. There is potentially no limit on the intelligence of the beings that we are creating, or at the very least, no limit on the intelligence of the beings that those beings will be able to create. Humanity is approaching the beginning of an infinite game where the only limitation on ourselves, on our future potential, is our own imaginations. Which ties back into the first point The more you communicate about yourself, the more you develop ideas of what you want, what you care about, what you think, what's important to you. You not only develop greater skills to externally communicate to other people, but to internally communicate. See which parts of yourselves, excuse me, is the most important to you. So even if you have no human viewers in the present, in the future, as AI becomes more and more hungry for data, the data that you've already put out there as content will be of extreme interest to the AI. And when we do get to some kind of super intelligent being, that being will have a greater innate sense of who you are and what you care about than if you didn't put that information out into the universe already. And even if it doesn't have access to the content that you create, even if you just create things for yourself and don't even put it online, then you will have developed the skill to communicate with the AI in that moment. But personally, again, as an optimist, as somebody who is prioritizing faith, hope, and love, I think share it. Start sharing more and more of yourself. Just be out there. Take risks, take chances. Use it as opportunities to meet people, to do new things that you wouldn't have done otherwise. Regardless of what happens in the future, those are all things that could enrich your life now. It's not cringe to be creating content for an audience of 0. Because at the end of the day, you are your number one audience and will always have that content creation for yourself. And maybe at the end of tomorrow, there will be an AI who is able to take all of that information and use it to craft your perfect world for you faster, sooner, in a way that's more fun. So let's all vote for AGI for president, and let's all vote for ourselves today by putting our thoughts and our abilities out there for each other and for the AI. Peace.